there are multiple agent sources like LangChain or OpenAI, or so many other things are available. Even there are few sources where no coding is required using N8 and different tools. Also, we can start building agents for us. So how are we going to build an agent? First, I will show you some example. Okay, I have an agent built. Just this is the only the code we have written, nothing much, very few lines, not more than 10-15 lines. So this is using the OpenAI framework, OpenAI package. So I have an agent. It is ready to answer my question. So I'm going to say that, I am planning for holiday within India. Could you suggest 2 or 3 top beach destinations? I asked a question. See, this is something we are doing in ChatGPT or Gemini and wherever from to write the emails or to all the complex jobs. We have been using the generative AI in the same way. So here I asked a small question. Let's see what happens. Just give us some time, not more than a minute. Yes, I got the response right. Goa, Andaman, Nicobar, Kerala. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is it is answering. Okay. I asked one more question, just support or in addition. So out of those 3 plans, let's assume I'm decided to go one of them. See what it is saying. I can't help with buying camera phones or models. I'm here to help with the travel planning and holiday tips. So see, it is refuses to answer. Okay. How can I help you? It is saying that if you share your destination, food, beach, whatever it is, I can also tailor photography friendly itinerary. So something it is suggesting. Why it is restricted is see. Here, I have written one thing. You are in a travel planner, provide exact, accurate answer with your knowledge and do not answer any other questions. So what I'm doing here, do you know what it is called? It's called prompting. So I'm setting a prompt. So if I remove it and simply say that, see, it answered a question. It is suggesting few words. If I ask some other question also, it will answer. So now what I'm trying to tell you here is building agents is a simple thing using the no code options or using a small code options also you can develop. This is something I did from my, generative AI. I've taken ChatGPT secret key. From there, I've just implemented, I can give, you will get this simple code snippet anywhere. So you can have it. If you know some programming, you can build one small interface on top of it, or you can, we will probably may learn how to call this from your different platforms or different tools you have. You can use this. So I will give you some agents examples like basic agents. We have been seeing it. Probably all you are using GitHub in your daily jobs. So have you seen or have you used GitHub Copilot, which is integrated within the GitHub? Yes or no? With some limitations. So GitHub Copilot, whatever you are writing a code, it can help you to generate the code. So if you go to any Confluence page or any tools, even Power BI, Tableau, everybody has their own version of AI implementation. So you can do all this kind of stuff. Along with these stuffs, what you can learn is this concept of prompt engineering. This is called prompt engineering. What you are writing, how you are writing. See, if I haven't added this 50 words here, it is going to answer in a very big way. So all these things depends on the prompt. So this prompting has a big subject. You can find very good resources on prompt engineering. It has multiple ways, multiple chapters within it. I could say that zero shot prompting or one shot prompting or chain of thoughts. There are multiple ways. So probably I'm going to cover all those stuff here, how to do prompt engineering, how to build agents, and how to make use of those agents. So if you want to answer a question, let's say there is an automation, right? Why are we doing this agentic AIs and all otherwise AI agents? Why are we running behind these AI agents? The regular automation tools, what we have in market, for them, you need to differentiate or you need to provide detailed flow of the task from where to start, how to proceed. For example, I need to daily copy some data from server by connecting to some database, then get the data table, do some cleanup, 3-4 steps, then put the data again in some other folder so that one of the pipeline will trigger and it will run some reports for the end customer. Let's say that is a task we are doing in day-to-day job. So in automation, what happens is here it requires a lot of coding, lot of effort, where in any one day, if the query didn't run properly, or if the query didn't give expected output. One data type we are expecting only gender of male and female. One day you have seen same male and female only in different text, I mean different case. So then your automation query will fail. The reason being we have coded for specific steps only. But whereas we do this agentic AI, what happens is this agentic AI will have the capability to take a call. It will understand why it is failing, what is happening, and you need to exclusively say every other step. It has its own capabilities. See, I have written only 4 lines or 5 lines of the code. Do you think anywhere here I have written some data that saying that, this is a phone you promote? I will show you one agent simulator here. This is one agent simulator where I worked. I'm just saying that, these are the top products you promote. So what happens is, whenever you ask some question, it will suggest only these 3 things. So it is kind of a marketing strategy, or I could say that it's a stimulator where I'm promoting my specific products. But here, nothing, it is taking from open source. So in a similar way, in a similar capability, what you need to do is you need to learn how to host these kind of agents in your work environment. And I'm telling very clearly, it's very, very easy to learn, but it's very, very difficult or impossible to implement any agent in your office place. The reason being is, if you think something can be done very quickly, yes, you can try it out on your company network or in your workspace. Implementing the same is not easy, because generative AI secrets are the generative AI key, whatever you are calling here. This client is open source. So whatever I'm asking, it is going to the general databases, or it is exposed to outside of the world. In our workspace, what we need is everything needs to be implemented or hosted within our infra. So probably it is going to be the big task of multiple team members. So you are not alone. But at the same time, by this course, why I'm trying to say this is, if you are not into generative AI development team, or if you're not into DevOps team or MLOps team, you're not going to, expected to deploy or do something. But if you are in different teams, and if you are into niche markets, and if you are into end user business level, if you know where it can be automated, or if you know where I can create some agent, if you propose those solution, it is going to add more value to the organization or your department, so that they will take up that use case, and you can work along with the specific architects and a cybersecurity team, and you can make it happen. But only the thing is, what I'm trying to focus or say here is, end to end you can try on your personal machines, but in your workspace, because I'm saying this, few people, when you introduced yourself, you said we have an objective of, we want to automate my work, or I want to make it fast, and I want to do something quick. Yes, you can do all those things on your personal machine with your personal data. You can learn. I will show you how to do that. You can use that use case to promote your use case in your office, and pursue it to get it done. Probably you can give them a better ideas, and you can add a plan of SOP or different documentations to the system. I think, can we, in this session, we will help you with this. And there is another thing called N8N. This is one of the platform where probably in our next sessions, I will take you through this, where you can develop some agents without any code. It's a simple drag and drop kind of things. This is how the agent workflow, it will create all the workflows for you, and you can create things also, something like that, updating LinkedIn profile. If you upload your resume or somewhere, to this agent, it can create a LinkedIn profile for you. That's a kind of agent you can create. There is no limitation for use cases. You can think of anything, but we can create all those agents.